that I expect anything, but who knows. Dusty, please stop pulling me. My little sled dog. Stay. See, she doesn't know. I'm trying to teach you this stuff. Hey, listen. All right, let's go. Here's a cool little spot. I've been wanting to show this in the daytime. Can you see it in here? Whoa! It's an old dwelling. It's kind of hard to pick out. It's an old something. Yeah, we can barely make it out. It's there though. That kind of shows how stuff in this environment just melts away. All right, so I've talked about how around dawn a few days back, I saw kind of a, I guess I don't know if it was silvery or if it was reflecting light because the sun was coming up over there. The thing was passing straight over, and then about 5 minutes later, 2 planes came over this way. They had short contrails. And a couple of days before that, around this time, maybe a few minutes later than what this is, there goes the sun, there was one behind the other, and they went northbound, going this way. So, just for clarification, those things both happened on this cute little street next to the cemetery here. Bless these souls. Oh wow, this is new. Huh. Maybe they're expecting some moisture to come barreling down. This is a little cheesy though. Is that an accident really? I forgot. Oh, maybe that's it. They dumped. Oh, yeah, this just doesn't make any sense. Kind of like how this county operates. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to check in. A lot of my videos are really hard to see. I get that. I'm thankful that this thing is even playing and that the camera turned around. Because I've been having some... Oh, yeah, so... yeah, last night also when I was out here... Hello, Junior. Full name? Yeah, buddy. I can't read your name. Can you translate that to English for me? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, so last night, back when I was standing over there, but facing this way. Mahmood, oh, welcome. Yeah, I didn't see any orbs or drones or anything, but there was one falling star. It went from the east down to kind of the center of my vision to the south, and it drained my battery. And I've been hearing about when people are getting near some of these drones, their batteries are draining. And it was just crazy because I had nearly 100%, and then it went down to 5%. My phone shut down. And then when I went to plug it in and charge it, it went back up to 81% really quickly. So I thought that was just strange. Now, logic would say it was just because it was cold out. I can accept that, but there go some birds. I can accept that, but it just seemed kind of strange. Some water towers. I'd like to put some art on there. Hey! Had a cool dream last night. There was like a juvenile bear in it, and I don't know if anybody knows about dream interpretations and stuff like that. I haven't researched it, but it was kind of cool. It didn't mean me any harm. Got along all right with the dogs that were in the dream doggies. I'm not going to continue up this way because doggy just took care of business, and yeah, just going to start heading back. Scotland, right on. Beautiful. Haven't been there in this life, but something tells me I've been there. The photos that I see, amazing architecture, amazing stone buildings in Glasgow. There's a YouTuber I used to watch. I forget to keep an eye on his stuff. Rebel Without a Pause, I guess. I think that's his name. And he's in Scotland, I think, maybe Glasgow. And he does walking tours, looking at architecture, pointing out anomalies and stuff. So, shout out to that guy. Here our architecture crumbles back to the earth in no time. See, she does this kind of stuff to me, so now I have to crawl under this. Dusty! Alright, everybody. We're live. Wasn't too bad. So, waiting for stuff to show up. Usually it's at night, but sometimes they are message retracted, huh? Okay. Yeah, sometimes they get an early start. I want to thank everybody who's joining. 12 people here, that's cool. It's a nice start. If you can, just chat and let me know how you found this stream, because it seems like I was kind of getting shadowed, but maybe they are taking heed to my messages to them and easing up. So you folks are not really going to be able to see, I don't think, because this isn't coming out very clear, but in that ridge line over there, some interesting features that to me appear to be old structures that are much larger than say like that house right there. I'll keep posting vids and doing little walks around my area. Right now, while there's still some daylight, I'll show you the other things. I like to call them the giants' castles. So we'll come up this way. Maybe Dusty, get out of the street. I really should have done this when there was more light. Pardon the shaky camera. This is just a non-professional operation here. Hey! What are you doing? Oh, I lost some viewers. That's okay. dinner time, breakfast time, lunchtime, whenever. Check the sky. So, have you folks been seeing strange stuff where you live? Okay. Yeah, so I'll try to get up a little higher and show you these cliffs over here. I think it looks like old castles, but they're just supposed to be natural features. That's what's claimed. Here we go. Oh, I'm losing viewers, dropping out. That's okay. This is for the future people. She's on to something. Can't quite get a good view. Let's go this way. So that's my community. Used to be well known for stone fruits, apples, plums, apricots, and there's still some, but what can I say? People don't want to keep it up. You know, nature provides freely, but it's up to us to maintain infrastructure, distribution. There's our friendly cell tower. She wants to, yeah, that's the thing with dogs, you know, she found something to eat over there once, and now she thinks every day we have to go there. But that's kind of like me, you know. I saw something over there, so I keep coming out here. Tendencies. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the cliffs in time. Don't really want to walk through that. And I don't feel like being under that. Come on, baby. You just have to stay tuned. You know, subscribe and hit the notification ding-a-ling. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm recording regular science. It's just regular geology, just rocks and dirt. But I think this place got fried and flooded while people were under the ground living with the ant people. That's the story that the tribal folks tell. Makes sense to me. Although keeping that flood water from getting into the caves would be a task. Yeah, so it just got a little too dark. But when the sun's at the right angles, you really see all kinds of crazy architecture out. Or I should say architectural forms in the geology. Come on. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Come on. Work with me. I'm glad to have the chat, but then I can't touch the screen. All right. I wish I had a producer to help with this. Yeah. Come on. It just won't focus. It likes this fence though. It likes focusing on that. All right. So yeah, in the center there, it's hard to make out, but that's a spire. So to me, it looks like the top of some other building that just got surrounded with sand. Anyway, looks like people are jumping in and out, watching this. I guess if I'm not showing an actual drone at the time, they're going to jump to the next stream and see this. I don't blame them. Yeah, I'm just talking, just biding time until crazy stuff starts happening. But yeah, before this current wave of sightings, I had been texting friends about seeing stuff. I guess we're going on a month now, and the bubble orb was really cool. If you see my stream from last night, I told that story. I don't want to play it out talking about it too much, but one orb going overhead. I was over there. Yeah, let's recreate it, sure. Because last night was in the dark. Let's go. So we're gonna have a little reenactment. And this is for the public record, for all the future people. All right. So yeah, here's the cliffs. And you see that's a well-traveled little junction right there. And every time that I see some stuff, I'm always pointing them out with the stick, and I must look like a crazy idiot, but I don't care. I love it because I know people see me and then they say, "What is he pointing at?" And then they get to see the stuff. Hey! She doesn't like it. She doesn't like when I tell the stories. And then when the thing was going on, she turned her back and sat down. She was looking that way. I'm like, "Hey, look at this thing." So anyway, there was the blue bubble orb was flying over this way, and yeah, it was like an orb light with a dark center, light blue halo or shell or whatever. And as it got, well, okay, so the blue ball was going by, and then on the ridge line, so you see the sand there, and then one ridge, and behind that is another ridge. So that somehow there was this kind of whitish yellow light that was going back and forth, and I thought, is it somebody on a motorcycle or ATV, or because there's nobody, there's nothing goes on up there. And when the orb bubble went by, the one that was on the ridge, which wasn't really an orb. It had rays, like it was just bright light. And yeah, she's doing just what she's doing here. It got okay. So it was probably where was it? It was, I think, on this in this area here, and it started to get really bright, and the light was going sideways, and it kind of reminded me of butterfly wings. And then the tips of the rays were this. It went from the yellow into this green, like emerald green, really bright and kind of spectacular green color, and then it just vanished. So yeah, you know, when a motorcycle headlight or whatever gets in your eyes, it doesn't really. I've never seen something like that where it expands and then the ends of the rays just have a different color. That was really neat. That was the first time for that. What have I seen over here? Just various. Usually I had been seeing pretty high altitude, just little specks moving around. So I don't pay it much mind. But then that one that I was just telling you about, that was the day before Mother's Day, 2024. And yeah, so the other night there was the amber ball that was coming this way, and it also wasn't really an orb because it was more like rays, and it was a solid white yellow light rays. And then when it got to about here and over me, and I had my little stick here, and I was kind of like, you know, saying like, come on down, here's the spot, land right here, let's be friends. And then it started to blink this little white light from within the other light, and there was no red, there was no green, there was no protocol lights. It just kind of seemed like it was acknowledging me. And I guess the logical debunk would be that it was landing lights as it's going to the airport in Santa Fe, about 20-30 miles to the south. But this isn't really, it's not part of their air traffic path. So that was a one-off thing. A couple days ago, it was kind of neat. Didn't have the camera then. Usually when I try to film over the years, when I try to get these things, it just doesn't come out. Either it's just a little tiny dot or nothing registers at all. So I gave up on it. I got the message like, it's just for me to see. And even though, you know, I'll say, hey, look at that. Or if I'm riding my bicycle, I'll ring the bell. But a lot of times there's been nobody else to see. But there have been some times where there were. But one crazy time in Chicago when I was outside the concert in 2015, the Fare Thee Well. And it looked like, I guess, what would be called Chinese lanterns. There's 3 of them that went out from either behind the stadium or inside the stadium and started going over the city. But there was one dude that I was talking to, and he saw them, and we were drawing attention to the people around. Hey, look at those. And there was this one girl there, and she couldn't see them. And I thought, what the hell? This is crazy. She's like, what are you looking at? And she thought that we were like talking shit, making stuff up. But I've got no reason to do that. Huh. It's kind of like somebody didn't want me to tell that story. Um, I'm gonna say though, because right before that cut off, um, I didn't see it on the camera, but to my eye, there was something that flashed above that ridgeline. Um, oh yeah, I was talking about the thing going back and forth, and there was one other day where I saw. All right, well, all right, well. Apparently, somebody doesn't want me to communicate with you all. So I'll thank you for being here. Those of you who my voice was able to reach, I want to bid you peace. Don't be troubled by these times and the wars and rumors of wars. Together we will all endure. Oh, now I got 8 people. Okay, well, I guess I'll stay on. It's kind of crazy. It's like drops to just 1 or 2, and then now it's back to 8. This is Dusty Dog, in case any of you don't know. Let's check the chat. Dusty, get out of the street. Doesn't mean sit in the street. Okay, check the chat. Okay. Portland, Oregon. Seen some things in the sky recently too. Nocturnal Lulu. Thanks for being here, Noctua. What have you been seeing? Recently is the key. You know, I've been seeing stuff for 5 decades now, and it's kind of cool that now that it's becoming something that can be talked about, because for a long time I just didn't even say anything because let's go. Yeah, I mean, what's the point of saying anything if you're just going to be ridiculed? And, you know, for a while though, hey, I'm sorry that. Oh, not here comes this. Sorry, not sorry. I'm hoping that I have something that's worth your time. That's a star, allegedly, or a planet, I guess. Wandering star. Well, yeah. So, you know, kind of hoping that this is the area where something will come down. Let's have a powwow. I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous already. So, 30 minutes into the stream, no sightings as to speak of yet. Except for that little planet thing. Yeah, it's kind of eerily quiet. There's no air traffic at all. We've been getting a lot of spray the past few days, but it looks like they're leaving us alone right now. What's up, honey? Well, okay, I'm gonna just wrap it up. I'm getting a little cold and thirsty. So I really do appreciate you being here. Please subscribe and hit the notification, and I'll be coming back later. Basically, every time I take the dog out, I'm bringing the camera now, because I used to use it as my time to get away from the cameras and the phone in general, but now stuff to show. Oh, Noctua. Recently saw some orbs, different colors, blinking, and they then they came closer to each other and turned into three, then vanished. Sounds pretty familiar. Thank you for sharing that. Um, yeah, it sounds familiar. I saw things that merged together um, back, gosh, sometime I'd say after 2012, bef- before 2014 maybe. I've reported it on the MUFON site, so if you look up Longmont, Colorado, and then around that time, about 10 years ago, um, there's a bunch of my sightings. The first one of those is, I think it would be titled Three Amber Lights, where first it was two, then turned to three. They were doing the triangle thing, and I kind of did the same thing with. I waved them down, like, come on down, because there was a big parking lot. And then there was this loud thunderclap and no lightning. And I was like, okay, goodbye. And that one, it's funny, I'm jumping around from different events to events. That one, I was riding my bicycle on the St. Vrain Greenway, which later got flooded. And I know sometimes these orbs get seen around natural disaster type things. I'm hoping that they're cool. I don't know. But anyway, that one time where same area, um, and got ready to go for a bicycle ride, and there was these kids on skateboards that were all hooting and hollering, and I got outside, and it's like, okay, teenagers, whatever. And then went to the right, got to the corner, went to go left down the hill to the greenway, and then there was just, I counted at least 25. They were slithering around so much, though, I couldn't really tell, and they were kind of going back and forth. It was either closer or bigger than the rest, and some of them would merge into that, and it really gave me the feeling like, okay, that's what they mean by mothership. And but I didn't feel like they were machines. I felt like they were kind of like creatures, like jellyfish or something. And because they just struck me as being of their own kind of whatever the word is. But they moved in kind of slithery. Um, yeah, at first I thought it was fireworks, but they weren't really falling down. And then when I got closer, and I was under them all, and I said to one of the kids who was skating, I was like, "Do you see funny lights in the sky?" And he was like, "Well, yeah." And there was a dude who was walking his dog, and I don't think he saw it. It was interesting. I could just tell. I was going to say something as I rode past him, but just looking at him, and he just wasn't. He wasn't looking at. I mean, if you saw it, you could not. You wouldn't just be like, "Oh yeah, okay," and then just look at the ground again. But so again, this thing with some people see it, some people don't see it. Um, yeah, and so those ones either they merged or vanished or scattered to the horizon in different directions. But there was one, oh man, low power mode. Yeah, so I came out with more than 90% battery, and now I'm down to whatever it is, nearly zero. But I'll finish this story. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, in that little saddle on the ridge there, above this light that just popped on a couple of seconds ago, light, but there's a white yellow. I don't know what you call it. I call it a Sasquatch because because I'm happy like that. The live keeps freezing. Yeah. Did you see it, Noctua? Did you see it before it shut down? Somebody, please tell me. And my battery's gonna die. I'm gonna have to charge up, but I'll be coming back out later. So yeah, there was something on the hill, pretty much directly above that light there, in that little saddle, was a. I won't call it an ore because it was like it's got rays. Sadly, no. Yeah, it was crazy. So it I'm trying to hold this still. It showed up in that little notch. I think there's something above over here too, because it keeps phasing in and out. But I'm catching it out of the corner of my eye. Anyway, so yeah, that one was on the horizon in that little, I'll call it the saddle or notch or whatever, and it was like peaking, like it was letting me know. And then the phone went black. And so they're being real cagey, you know. They like to show up to me, and then I have to go and look around for other people's videos and say, it looked like that. Um, yeah, like the bubble thing that I was describing before, the blue bubble, that looks like something that somebody in South Africa captured however long ago, not that long ago. I mean, the video just got recommended to me, but now I can't find it, of course. Well, I mean, it should be in my history. I'm not really going backwards too much. Well, six people down to 2 people. Yeah, folks. Apologies if it's not very exciting, but just trying to share with you my experience. I wouldn't deceive you. Sometimes maybe I get stuff wrong, but I wouldn't knowingly mislead my sisters and brothers on the land, the sea, the air, the earth, or the ether. I'm here. There's that thing, whatever it's supposed to be. We call it a moon. Yes, I was gonna go in, and then I got the inclination to stay out. Battery drained down, the screen went black. I've got maybe 3 or 4% battery now. I'll come back out after it's charged up again, and maybe in the dark there'll be more stuff. But there's just really no air traffic at all. So, oh, over the building. Is that a planet? We'll see if it looks like it's moving, huh? It's rising pretty quick for a planet. All right, come on over, baby. Let's hang out. Oh yeah, let's be friends. Yeah. Just don't put me in a jar. Yeah, I don't know. It's too cagey. It's like, I know that there's been a planet on that east horizon right around this time every day lately, but I think that thing's moving up. But yeah, they're not. It's just this hide and seek game. It's just a bunch of bullshit to me. So, for the skeptics, we'll call that a planet. It's getting over that building quick enough that it seems like it's happening too fast. Again, I'm really sorry. I'm not a professional photographer, and I'm cold. But that definitely has been rising. Let's see that. Nobody's chatting. Alright, people, give me an emoji or something. Say something. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go in. I'm getting cold. I'll come back with some warmer clothes. Yep, so this is vague enough that I ordinarily just would be like, yeah, I'm not staying outside to watch this. If you want to show me something impressive, let's do it. And I guess I'm feeling like that right now. So I'll call you a planet, and then what? Then all the rational materialists can be satisfied. Man, I'm just losing all my focus and everything. Yeah, no more chat, huh? All right, 43 minutes. I thank you for being here. Keep looking up, and subscribe if you feel inclined. Go outside, film your sky, and keep in touch. Let me know what's going on. And with that, signing off from New Mexico territory. Where are you, little buddy? Yeah, I'm hoping that later on all these visuals will be analyzed and stuff will pop up, because it seems like that could be. All right, much love, respect, peace, and friendship. Check back, check back, check back, check back.